therefore, he then, and suddenly something happened, there was an election and Churchill lost and Attlee came and Subhash Chandra Bose's soldiers, infected the whole army system in our country, and the British got chicken, and one day they said, let's pack our bags and hand it over to Gandhi and go away. And that's what happened. Nobody could predict it. See, in politics, change is not done because you had built the change. Change happens due to an event. An event is not in your control. Somebody dies, the situation changes. Somebody resigns and goes away, that's another change in situation. Some event takes place, some major terrorist attack where the government is in 6s and 7s, that changes the situation. 2G spectrum scam takes place, the licenses are cancelled, the whole atmosphere changes, and the party gets discredited. Now, these are events which you cannot plan for. So in politics, you have to be positioned, and you wait. You have to have, this is a real game of patience. You wait, and it becomes that way. Now, when you reach this kind of position, people start answering your questions, because you now have got the moral right to ask questions. And that because you helped, you have, for instance, the political party, you helped them in the by giving them an idea that in the electoral roll, these are the bogus votes in it, they don't exist, they've just put their name in, that sort of thing. Or you have given them suggestions on how to link rivers, or how to convert thorium into U-233 and make it into generating power for the country, or how to desalinate seawater. There are so many suggestions which will transform this country. These will actually endear you to. In fact, most of Narendra Modi's people are all people like that, who have been using computers to help him out to think how to track projects, how to think of new ways of doing things. This is the thing. And we need this because for over 40, 50 years, there has been a climate which has enabled people who had nothing else to do came into politics. And people who had some intelligence, some ability, who had a good deal of education, they went into their careers. And either it got filled with crooks, or in some states like in Tamil Nadu, the cinema people took over, and then the cinema and the drug money and all these things have worked into a network which is almost strangulating the state. The state has one of the highest rates of education. The people of the state have earned very good names all over the world, but within Tamil Nadu they don't count, because this vice-like grip of the cinema world, the drug money, and the criminals, there's a huge network which is being formed there. So to fight all that, you need to develop goodwill. So don't get into a party by being a chamcha of anybody, that will not take you very far. But take it by doing things which the party needs to do for an election. In an election is very important for a political party, and if you are an associate without being an aspirant for a ticket, it enhances you a great deal. So I would therefore conclude by saying that today people under 35 are 70% of our population. The average age of Indians is 26 only. Of the Chinese is 35. Of the Americans 37. Of the Europeans 46. Of the Japanese 50. They are aging populations. Ours is going to be a young population for a very long time to come. And maybe another 50 years. And this crowd doesn't have the due voice because you are not participants. And you have not been able to position yourself in politics. That needs to be done. If one of you decides, the other should encourage him, don't discourage him, saying, don't be a mad fellow, what are you doing? You should encourage him to the extent that you can help him. You should help him to be able to stand. And in the end, once he makes his reputation, this country never forgets people who have served them, who have stood by them in difficult times. So I think a great India awaits you, all of you. and you must, in the next 15, 20 years, turn this country into a modern, developed country. That's your destiny. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, sir, I have a question.
Excuse me.
The commander-in-chief here.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Swamy, for sharing your views. We're really short on time, so we can take only limited questions. So he'll be running with mic. Please go and select some questions from the audience. Excuse me, please.
Thank you. Sir, you said about bringing up of lines. So, sir, I have a question that if someone has very good background, someone has that intelligence, that 7 intelligence, and someone has good strategy, good ability of speaking, public speaking, but there comes some demotivation. Like in 90% institutions of India, there is no democratic elections taking place for student councils. Most of the professors are nominating their puppets for student councils, and in even Delhi University or JNU, we may say that in a city whose population, which is population of more than 50 lakhs, we are conducting elections by very normally. But in Delhi University, where is population, where
I think Dr. Swamy must have gotten your question by now.
yes, where student population is
Sorry,
less than 10,000. We are not able to conduct elections properly. Jats and Gujars are getting their places there. So how can we get motivated in this environment?
Well, as far as the caste is concerned, that is a failing of our society, and in matters of politics, we should learn to rise. People have risen this time, not all of India, but a very substantial number rose above caste and voted, and that's how the BJP got a majority. And this trend must be now encouraged to go forward. But I want to say one thing, as I've been a student as well as a professor, that I don't think that the electoral process in the students in the universities and colleges is a contributory factor to learning politics at all. In fact, I would say that the first primary duty you have in the university or college or IIT is to do well in your exams. And I have never contested any of the college elections. I have never taken any interest. But today, many people shiver at my name because of the fact that I have acquired these tools. That's the more important thing. And I have no sympathy for you in this regard, that the chapters of the professors become on the council. Let the council go to hell, why do you care? It doesn't affect your life.
So, I'm sorry, we have really short on time. There's an event happening, it's already gotten delayed. So there's a gentleman on my left, the third row. Ask question.
How can we encourage highly educated people from our country to get into politics in the current scenario?
Well, highly educated people should be doing research and be professors. Unless they are forced on, like in my case, I was forced to come to politics. But otherwise, I think this area of R&D and research and innovation requires you people. But I would say anyone who wants it. I am not saying that highly educated people should not come to, highly intelligent people should not come to politics. If anybody wants to come to politics, please learn that the experience that you get is the ultimate decider of your future career. And I've given you examples of people who have been foisted on politics because of their youth, and they have been utter failures. And I think, therefore, each has to decide whether he wants to be in politics. If he wants to be in politics, the way to do it is start at the ground, be of value to the party, because we have a party system, and once the party takes notice of your thing, they'll automatically pull you up till you become their rival. Then of course they'll slit your throat, but till you become their rival, they will pick you up and take you up, and that give you the entry that should be.
So that's it. We'd like to present the memento of Dr. Swamy. To invite on stage.
You can send me an email at swamy39@gmail.com. I will answer it myself. Or send me it to
Thank you, Dr. Swamy, for coming. This is from the back gates for those gates to me which you entered there itself. Thank you.